What's the word, YouTube? Back with another video. Yes, and if this is your first time to this channel, welcome to the life of SLB. Don't forget to like and subscribe. No cap. And today we got a little banger, man. I had to react to this, bro. I do my own special reactions in my special kind of way. But before I get into it, I want to say this. It seems like it's a trend going on trying to get these famous people caught up for like sexual assaults and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They got Bill Cosby, they got R. Kelly type stuff. They got Kodak Black right now, you know what I'm saying? He got pardoned and still had to still sit after his pardon because of sexual assault. They trying to get Soldier Boy, no cap. And T.I. and Tiny. And that's exactly what we are talking about today. The T.I. and Tiny allegations, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's straight crazy, bro. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, it says T.I. and Tiny deny sexual assault allegations. Say they had trouble with Sabrina for over 10 years now. And that's another thing about it. You're mad a week. If you continuously doing something for a week, that's consensual, bro. 10 years? That's consensual, bro. Like, for real, bro. I be feeling like mugs don't be getting their way, and as soon as they don't get their way, that's when they, come out with whatever had went on, and then after that first person come out, 20, 25 more women, black women, because that's basically all who been doing these stuff is these women. They try to turn down us so bad, bro, who been straight doing this, bro. But we got one of the stories. I'm only gonna react to one of these female stories and stuff because this is more in depth. Like, she really went in depth. It's a little long little paragraph that she wrote and stuff like that. So we finna get into it. So make sure y'all grab y'all popcorn, y'all juice, y'all soda, whatever. Kick back, relax, and let's get into this video, bro. So you should see somewhere on this screen where, you know what I'm saying, y'all can read with me type stuff. So, okay, it says, thank you for coming out about all of this. I was a victim of the Grand Hustle family, and I'm glad to see they're getting the karma. I feel sorry for their children. Like, come on now, that's a black woman for you, bro. What the kids got to do with this, bro? Y'all always say leave the kids out of it and stuff, but y'all always want to bring up the kids. What the kids got to do with this, bro? Why you feel sorry for their kids? Like, do too much. It says, why didn't you say something years ago about T.I. and Tiny being weird? And she said, nobody ever listened to me. That's why I hate the music business. It's so fake and all they do is praise the predators. And then it goes on to say, just got this message from my daughter this evening and it gave me chills because I tried to talk about it back then and nobody would listen to me. I'm so sorry, but we own it now. And then it goes on to say they are bad people. And then the next clip, it said, it was always scared to talk about it because I was always scared to talk about it because I still wanted to pursue my music. And then it goes on to say, it's not just those two who were abusers. Many people in the Grand Hustle family are guilty. Tip and Tiny are just the ringleaders. I feel bad that I should have spoken sooner because seeing all of those stories, knowing what happened to me was as early as 2006. And here we are 15 years later. I can only imagine how many people they have hurt. 15 years, bro? You waited 15 years. Bro, like literally. Someone going her way within this 15 years, like someone going her way, so she came out about it, bro. Like, that's crazy. 15 years, that's just crazy, bro. So it goes on to say, my story is too long to type on her, but I really do need help to share and talk about it. I've been forced to pretend like things didn't happen because I was afraid. It say, we can talk tomorrow. Okay, then it goes on to say, I wish I could condense the story into a couple of paragraphs, but I am way too detailed of a writer, and I encourage multiple incidents where I was a victim of the Grand Hustle family, starting back in August 2006. MTV Awards weekend in New York City. where I was initially recruited by Tiny as I was getting my hair done in the salon sitting in the chair next to her. It started off with her eyes dropping with the conversation that I was having with my stylist. It was my first time meeting this particular stylist, so we were having general conversation, getting to know each other when he asked me what I was doing in New York. I explained that I had moved there to pursue my music and that I was a rapper. That's when Tiny inserted herself into our conversation and said, "Oh, you do music? I'll have to introduce you to my honey." I looked up and saw who she was and was astonished that I was sitting next to her, right next to her. After All, Escape was literally one of my favorite groups of all time. All I knew her honey was T.I. It seemed like a dream come true. So naturally, I accepted her invitation, and that's how it started. I really thought that I had found a friend and real plug in the industry, and turned out to be a nightmare. She told me they was in town for the awards and that I needed to come by their hotel room and bring one of my CDs. We exchanged numbers. She said she would hit me up later. Later, she hit me up and said to pull up on them and smoke and bring my music. They were staying in the W in Times Square. I was so hold on, where am I? I was so excited. I had went all the way home to Bronx to get my CD and then drove back into the city to meet them. She told me I could valet and charge it to the room. The hotel room was under the name Ricky Bobby. Like I said, it's a long story. Could take me all day to get the pieces to you in segments, but it's coming. And she said, take your time. Let the writing act as therapy also. So it goes on to say, so I get up to the hotel room. It's like a suite. It's a cool vibe. People just around chilling, smoking, eating. Nothing sexual. He wasn't there at the moment. We were just chilling. I played my music for some other people and they was gassing me up like, yeah, he gonna fuck with you. He need a white girl rapper. And you fine and got a black and body like a black girl. Now what makes me wonder what Iggy may have had to go through, because she ended up getting signed shortly after I was felt like the reason I didn't get signed was because of what I didn't do. So anyways, Tip comes back and Tiny tells him, hey, this is my friend. I want you to listen to her music. She's a rapper. He said, oh really? And came and sat close to me on the couch. He told someone to put the CD on and everybody listened. He was like, it's alright, I could give you a try. And then he walked away into the other room. He was quite rude. I felt like she did all that gassing me up and he wasn't even interested. But it was cool. Excuse me. I still had the opportunity and seemed like she was really cool and wanted to be a friend. So I was just like, whatever. Anyways, by now all of these girls are emptying shopping bags from Gucci and LV, etc. Now starting to get ready. They were getting ready for the awards or a party or something, and I was prepared for that. So I excused myself and she said that they'll hit me up later. She actually did hit me up later, but I was back home in the Bronx and in the bed, so I missed the call. Next morning, she texted me, hey, honey, we had to fly back, but we will be back in a couple of weeks for his birthday party, and I want you to come. I replied, cool, let me know. Do you know how exciting it was to have just moved to New York and like my first friend is Tiny? I just left Indiana and I'm aspiring to be an artist. I felt like my dreams were coming true. The next time I saw them is when things got weird. This is just the beginning about how I was lured in. So over the next couple of weeks, Tiny kept in touch, texting me on some cool stuff, just saying how I was doing, saying I should come to Atlanta sometime, etc. Then one day she says they was about to come back to New York for the birthday party and wanted to know if I was still coming. I was so excited because my birthday is 9/22, just a few days before his, and I had zero friends in New York. So I hadn't celebrated. So I told her, of course I would come and let me know when. She called me on my birthday, 9/22, which was a Friday, and told me they'd be in town the next day for the party. Next day, Saturday, 9/23, she hits me up and tells me to come to their hotel room, which was the same W as the last time I saw them. I told her that she could give me the address to the party and I could meet them over there. She told me that if I didn't come to the hotel and ride with them, that I wouldn't be able to go. I didn't think anything of it. It made sense, so I went with it. I get ready. I get ready. Get over to the hotel. And some stuff blurred out. Okay. This time when I get there, the whole vibe is different. Many people were in my room, and though everyone was getting ready, many were walking around unclothed, and I found it odd that everyone would be so comfortable. Tiny was even topless. She told me these were her homegirls. There was liquor, pills, weed, and coke all over the suite. I felt out of place, but I just acted cool because I just wanted to fit in. They offered me liquor and drugs, and I declined. Tip then said, "Why is this lame white girl over here if she won't even have fun with us?" So I did have one drink just to pacify him because I didn't want to get dismissed. At this point, people were actually getting dressed for the party, but it was obvious there was some pre-gaming going on at the hotel. Anyway, everyone gets dressed and it's time to go. I said I would follow in my truck, and then she told me that I had to ride with them because there wasn't going to be room for an extra vehicle. Again, that made sense, so I went with it. Then, as we were leaving and I had my bag with me, she said I had to leave it in the room because they didn't have time for me to put it in my car because we were in a hurry. Again, I just went with it because I didn't want to get dismissed. I wanted to go to the party. I wanted to celebrate my birthday. I wanted to network and meet people. I had never been excited to a real celebrity party. I never been invited to a real celebrity party before. I had never been. This was an opportunity to me more than it was a party. So we all go downstairs where a black Mercedes Sprinter was waiting. Tip and Tiny get in first and go all the way to the back. I get on, and Tiny tells me that she wants me to sit back there with them. So here's when stuff gets a little weird. As we are driving to the party, he just randomly starts getting furious, punching the back of the seats, cursing. I was thinking, wow, he's crazy. She's like, it's okay, honey, calm down. You good, you good. He did some kind of drugs and then he calmed down. I was a little uncomfortable at the point. At that point, she apologized and said he just gets that way once in a while. He was just tripping. I have no idea what the outburst was about, but it was definitely maniac and strange. Finally, he gets to the party, meet us at the front, and escort us to the section. Club was packed and star-studded. Nelly, Jeezy, BG, Lil Kim, Mano, just to name a few. I wanted to walk around and meet people, and that's when I was told that I had to stay in the section or get kicked out and left. So anyways, I would have had more pictures, but somebody broke my camera. I was sitting down in the section since I wasn't allowed to leave the section, and here comes somebody and tells me that I gotta get up. So he could lean in and say something to Tip, who was above me on the couch. So I started to get up and move. in the steps of my stuff. I had a small purse with a disposable camera and another disposable camera. This was before I had a camera phone, and I was literally still using film. Anyway, when he stepped on my stuff, I tapped him and said, "Excuse me, you're stepping on my stuff." And he went off on calling me a broke bee, saying it's his party. He paid 40,000 for the party, and he can stand wherever he want to stand, and I can get out. He threw my camera and my purse on the ground and broke the camera, exposing the film. It was embarrassing, and I literally cried in the club. Mind you, I was stuck with these people, or I would have just left. If I wasn't stuck with these people, I would have just left. It was set up from the jump because all of the things were left behind at the hotel room, vehicle keys and all. So I had to leave with them to get my stuff back. As we rode back to the hotel after the party, we sat in the same seating arrangements as they were there. So I was in the back with Tiny and Tip. She again acting nice and apologizing for how disconnected. I was pretty mad, but I didn't want to get into it with them, so I played it off and it was cool. We get back to the room and I go up with them to get my stuff, and I'm planning on leaving ASAP. I sit on the couch and I'm switching from my heels to my sneakers so I can leave, and then all of the girls just started getting naked and jumping into the shower together and dancing in the bathroom, etc. The bedroom, etc. The party apparently was not over. So as I'm putting my shoes on and seeing all of this, Tip comes and sit on one side of me and Tiny on the other. She says, "What's up?" I'm like, "What you mean, what's up?" She says, "You ain't trying to leave, are you?" He interjects. He interjects with a cosign. "Yeah, you not leaving, right?" I said, "Well, it's 5 a.m. and I have to drive back to Bronx, so I need to get going." She said, "Oh, come on. Have some fun with us." Then he leans in close to me and puts his hand between my legs and put his face close to my neck. I thought he was trying to kiss me, and it was so awkward. And he says, "I know you can see what type of party this is, so quit acting like you don't know what's up." He's up on me trying to push my legs open, and she's sitting there like churning them. I had to think quick because I didn't want to be in the situation. I pushed him and hands off of my leg and pulled back and told them I was on my period, trying to act cool and playing it like I would, but it gotta be next time because I'm bleeding. I just want to get out, and that was all I could think of to say. But it worked. They didn't continue to pursue me, and I dismissed myself. But this is not the end. I was extremely humiliated and confused. Here, this lady acted like she wanted to be my friend and acted like she was interested in my music, and all in a plot to set me up so her husband could try to fuck me. Noticing all of the drugs and strippers, it seemed that they had plenty of willing participants. So why try me? I didn't come off as one of those girls and never led on that I had intentions of pursuing anything other than a friendship and a business relationship with them. Not only was I embarrassed and humiliated, but I was heartbroken as well because the two people were people that I admired and looked up to. And as a new artist, this was one of the best opportunities that I had so far. And now I'm finding myself feeling guilty, like maybe I should have done it. And maybe they would have put me on. Maybe they would have signed me. Maybe we could have done some music together, but now I had messed it up because I didn't want to mess with them. She asked what city you are in. She crossed out the city or whatever. She said, "I moved here right after that was getting to the part of the story." It said, "Do you mind taking a polygraph just to specify questions around your situation?" She say, no, I don't mind at all. But before I do that, I want to tell the rest of the story. So it's more. Whew, this already long, man. She's spilling all the beans. So it says, I haven't got to the part where later on I was held at gunpoint and kidnapped. Now that's some serious stuff, bro. If you was really held at gunpoint and kidnapped, you supposed to told right then and there after you got free, bro. But man, it's this is crazy. It says that I have been held at gunpoint and kidnapped from Grand Hustle Studios by one of T.I.'s artists, blindfolded and taken to a location where I was raped and held hostage overnight. Then blindfolded and taken back to the studio the next morning with my life threatened if I ever told anyone. This is a hard story. That's why I had to start all the way from the beginning and give all of the details so it will all make sense. But giving me some time to finish, it's a lot of writing and it's hard for me to talk about it. Just please block my name out because I am too well known and my life has already been ruined enough because of these devils. I am not seeking money or fame. I suffer from depression bad and I am honestly still scared for my life. Finally, the industry is speaking up. Like, that's crazy. That's some tough allegations, man. Even if you was scared for your life, that should be something you could still be comfortable enough to at least go to the police and tell them, bro. Like at least, bro, you'll be safe with the police or whatever. And especially, I didn't know you was a white girl. I'm thinking you black. So for you being a white girl, come on now, they're gonna believe you, bro. So man, come on now, bro. That's just crazy, bro. I don't know, but look, here's what T.I. has to say about the situation, bro. No cap.
Hey, so as y'all could probably guess or imagine, it's been extremely difficult for me to remain quiet uh, in light of all the things that have transpired and all of the egregious allegations that's been tossed around about me and my wife. But there's a reason for that. And I don't mind sharing it. You see, if a person does not have any right to criminally or civilly have you in court, they have no right. The best thing they could do is get you for a defamation suit, drag you in court, make you pay their legal bills to get you in court. Now, I mean, at this point, man, it's at the point where that don't even matter. Okay? But that's the motive, that's the strategy, that's the intention. Say a whole bunch of false stuff about you that get people to believe and make them come out and say, they're a liar, they're a liar, they're a liar. And then they say, see, they call me a liar. That's defamation. Then they drag you in court, get you under oath and all that. Because unfortunately right now, it doesn't matter as much what they can prove you did. It matters what you can prove you didn't. You know what I mean? And that's just an unfortunate place that our society has made it to. But I want to be clear about one thing. Women who have been victimized deserve to be heard. Women, black women in particular, should be supported, protected, defended, and uplifted. However, evil has no gender.
Yes, sir. So that's T.I. most definitely giving his input on the situation, saying that it's allegations and you know what I'm saying, it's all falsely reported type stuff. He even goes on to say like women who have been sodomized, victimized, and sexually abused deserve justice. Now, a guilty person would not go on and say that, you know what I'm saying, that somebody who's been sexualized or victimized or raped or anything should be, you know what I'm saying, a guilty person wouldn't come out and say that, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I don't know her. I don't know Tiny or Tip. So I don't know how they rock for real, bro. But this is so crazy, man. If y'all made it to the end of this video, comment down below and tell me what y'all think about this situation, bro. I want to hear y'all inputs and stuff like that, man. Because hey, this is her. this is really going on, bro, and it's starting to happen more and more and more to different rappers and celebrities, bro. So, yes, sir, I must definitely had to jump on her and give my input, my reaction to the situation, bro. So, yeah. Man, bro, it's crazy, bro. But yes, sir, I'ma most definitely see y'all in the next video. SL Clan. Call her Corona, shake the virus. She just popped into my life and she so toxic. She be messing